Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Head of the Game today. Oh my god. Tonight was freaking amazing because I finally watched Joker. Holy crap. This was by far the most amazing movie I've ever seen of just Joker. Like, oh my god. He looks so insane. I don't have many photos, but I might do a follow-up video after this review because there's a lot to talk about. Like, seriously, legit. I am gonna cut the crap and just jump right down to it. I just loved every minute of this whole film. Like, yes, it was a bit depressing in some scenes. I will admit that. That's my thoughts. But holy shit, this was by far my most amusing film to see in the last month, I guess. I really haven't seen any movies recently, but this was by far just amazing. Okay, here we are. Like, I just have to say, every scene was amazingly done. Like, the acting was perfect. There was this video will contain spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, get out now. But if you want to do the spoils, then watch this video because like this contains so much insanity, breaking down Joker. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know what else to say about him. He's just crazy. Now, when he was on the train and doing the faces to that one kid, like that was a cute scene. That was an actual very cute because like he just wants to see people laugh and all that. You see that he's having a good time, but when the mother tells him to knock it off, that's just sad. It made me sad for the Joker. Like, now, here's the thing. A name like Arthur. Why did they change his name again? Like, I know he becomes the Joker in the end of the movie as he goes into insanity, but his name was Arthur? That's a question that I have to dig deeper on. I thought they would have kept him as Jerome, Jack, or something normal, but a Joker called Arthur. I just don't see how that could even be possible. But anyways, when he finally goes insane, it's really amusing. But he has a special disorder that keeps him laughing half the time. Like, he finds it something funny, or he just or something happens tragically, he laughs uncontrollably. Like, it's uncontrollable laughter that he has, and basically, it's actually pretty amusing to see him like that. And I mean, to see his flashbacks to go through, you could truly see how happy he could have been. But when you get right down to it, it's a really amusing because like, yeah, he met Bruce Wayne and I think a younger Alfred. At least I think it was Alfred at Wayne Manor, but anyways, then later on he goes to go meet Thomas Wayne at a opera, so that's a pretty interesting move as well. I just think that his relationship with his mother was a good one as well, but also a bad one at the same time because there's a few clues into it as well that you you kind of have to see firsthand, and like I can sympathize with this version of Joker because, as I said in other videos that I did kind of commentary like this, I can feel what the actual character is feeling on a new level of feelings for the characters. Like if they're sad, I'll feel sad for them. If they're happy, then I'll feel happy for them. Like I can connect to them on a brand new level of intellect. I guess would be the word to actually describe that. But honestly, guys, I I believe this whole Joker was a fun, half crazy, half depressing film. But all in all, what I would actually rate this a 10 out of 10 would go see again. I would go see it in a heartbeat. Like, come on, boys. This is a film that made me love DC way more. Like, this is a Joker from a comic book. They rewrote like a couple things for him, or they did it to a T. I don't know. I haven't seen the comic book version of this Joker, so I can't really say anything about the comic book because I haven't read it. I haven't heard of it. So this is a brand new Joker that I'm seeing for the first time ever. Truthfully, I like the Joker from Gotham way more as well. And I like the Joker from Suicide Squad way more as well. But for a core version of a backstory Joker, this was really entertaining. He's an older Joker. He's like in his early 40s version of Joker, right? But what my conspiracy theory is that he will go into the toxic acid pit, fall in, get his memory wiped. Eventually, if I find out that there's a way to get his youth back, he'll try to find this Ra's al Ghul and go into the Lazarus pit and become younger again, so he can be stronger for the next round when he goes to finally meet the Batman. Now, I'll talk about that later into the video as well, because we have way more fun to talk about. Because there were a few things that this actor did. My gosh, he was amazing. I've never seen this guy act as a character before. I didn't even know that this Phoenix guy actually existed. Didn't hear about him until this Joker film. So I thought this was good to actually introduce myself to a newer actor / older actor, right? But anyways, there were a few different things that he did that were very entertaining because, like, when in the beginning, I guess it was that yes, he's a clown. He just twirled us sign around, gets being jumped by like teenagers, I guess that they were. He chases after them, gets the shit kicked out of him, and then the next thing he's at home with his mother, and it's actually pretty cool how they introduced his mother as well, because she's an older person, and apparently she's a criminal or some kind of insane institute kind of person from the asylum, but there was also a few key things that Thomas Wayne could be this guy's father, and I don't buy that at all, but it's an interesting theory for the movie, I guess, because it just goes to show anyone could be connected to this Joker. And the really tragic part about this one is that he kills his own mother in the hospital, and I found that to be a bit disturbing, but a bit thrilling as well because it defines him. It defines on how insane he really could be. And he's been on like 6 different meds or something through the whole film until he finally just decides to snap. And when he goes into the elevator the first time, he meets a nice girl with her child, and then you see there's a relationship, but then there's not. Like, it's a bit confusing at first, but then again, I kind of figured that it was all an illusion, all in his mind the whole time. And so basically, yeah, it's pretty entertaining to me to see this version of him. And when he does go to talk to Thomas Wayne in the washrooms of the opera, when he can get to his face punched by Thomas Wayne, it's hilarious because he just laughs uncontrollably, and it's the funniest thing ever. And you actually get to see there's a version of Joker. Actually, this is honesty right now. You always hear in the Joker backstories that he wanted to be a stand-up comedy guy, or like he just wanted to be a sideshow attraction that does stand-up comedy or whatever. But in this movie, it reveals that he did a stand-up comedy bit for a club, and I found that very entertaining. His jokes are cruel and terrible, but they are the funniest shit that I could ever see for a person that's truly insane. And like, when there's a part that shows a few flashbacks of when he was with the girl that he met on the elevator, and then they go back and forth to when she's there and when she's not. And then I finally connected the dots. It's all in his freaking mind. It's him just imagining this whole thing. And I'm just surprised because he's finally putting together how much sanity he has left. And to quote him, he's always had negative thoughts. Like, yeah, people like him do have negative thoughts a lot. And to see Amanda Waller, I think it's Amanda Waller, in the beginning when she asks him about his day on how his career is going as a clown or like whatever, right? And when she asks about the journal, it's interesting. I do believe it is Amanda Waller. It's not the same actress from Suicide Squad, but she's playing a older version of Waller. So I think that's pretty amusing. But yeah, for this Joker, it's it's hilarious. And when he accidentally kills these 3 people on the train later into the film, it was not just an accident. He actually does that for sure, and he doesn't care. This is a Joker that is cold as hell. He is boiled to the point of when he could not take any more shit from anyone. And it's the most amusing thing that I could ever see from Joker. Like, oh, let's see, what else is there about this guy? I know I've only seen it for the first time, so I'll have to go back and see it again to get more of the gist of what he is. But what I only saw was a damaged man trying to lead his life one day at a time. but every time he got to a point, he just couldn't go through with it. And then he finally snaps and goes off his meds and goes crazy. And then he's finally happy. Like, everyone is trying to tell him to stay happy, stay positive. But again, all he has is negative thoughts the whole time. It's very entertaining and very interesting to see this man become the Joker. And when he gets the call to go on to a talk show, he confesses what he does, has no remorse or sympathy for anyone, and he finally kills the host of the talk show. And then everything breaks loose. He's on his way to prison. Someone crashes into the cop car, breaks him out, and then everything is back to normal. Everything is as it should be. It runs its course. The Joker clan, he goes on a rampage through Gotham City. One of the Joker clan members goes into the alley where the Waynes are, kills Thomas and Martha Wayne, and now the story begins. Now, what I want to take away from all of that is Bruce Wayne, because I got a feeling for this version of a Bruce Wayne in this movie might be the version that's coming up in the newer Batman film of 2020. Now, think about that for a moment. If this is the Joker that created everything for Batman and Bruce Wayne, is this gonna lead up to the Batman movie next year for 2020's franchise? Like, we know the Joker is somewhere in the city or in the asylum, but we don't know where he is for the new Batman film. We just know Joker is around. So, let me know what you guys think down below, and like, share, subscribe, comment. Truly, tell me what you guys think about this, and I will see you guys in the next video. This has been my most favorite Joker movie. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.